for taking the time with us to answer a couple questions. What inspired you to teach music to youngsters?
I have been in this country for a long time, for more than 40 years. When we came, there were not that many Indian families. And but within the last 10-15 years, there are lots of Indian families coming from India. And they wanted, that's why I didn't have a chance to teach in those days. And then within last maybe 5-10 years, a lot of parents, because they have small children, they wanted their children to learn our culture, our classical music, dance, whatever. So some of them approached me, they requested me, can you teach our children? First I hesitated because, I didn't do it in a long time. And then, but I thought I'll give it a try. And that is how I started, only maybe last 5 years or so, that kind of.
We are aware that you've learned from Sri M.D. Ramanathan. Can you share some personal accounts with him?
It's a long time ago. I told you I have been here for more than 40 years, right? And he was very, very unique. The way his style is very unique, very slow tempo, and he was very, very, very affectionate. And he wouldn't, you want to teach one song, it would take a long time, maybe because he was that kind of person. And I used to go to his house also every now and then, because we used to have only 1 or 2 students those days. It's like a Gurukulam, it was a very beautiful atmosphere. And I used to go to his house because I studied in Kalakshetra, I'm sure you know that. And in his house, that was very close to Kalakshetra. I used to go there often, and then he would talk to us, hours together, about his guru, Tiger Varadacharya, and he would tell us all the anecdotes and things like that, the way he was teaching him, and things like that, and it was a beautiful experience. But teaching, he was teaching theory also. I was doing some course in music, and he was a very good teacher, very excellent musician, but a very unique person. Okay, I really enjoyed learning from him.
At what age did you start learning music, and why did it interest you?
Those days, when I was in school, maybe 8 or 9, my parents sent me, I used to have a nice voice those days. So my parents sent me to a music teacher, local teacher. She was not well known. We used to go to her house. There were about 10-15 children, girls sitting, sa, pa, sa, and then no foundation, nothing, just kriti, things like that. And once I started going to Kalakshetra, then I learned all the intricacies and the nuances and all the foundation, everything I got there. That is when I started showing more interest. And I have to say, I was very lucky and then blessed and then, privileged, to come into contact with big musicians, great stalwarts like Mysuru Vasudevacharya and Karikudi Sambashivayar, he was a Veena player, and then Rajeshwari Padmanabhan, of course M.D. Ramanathan, and there used to be Bodalur Krishnamurti Shastrigal, I'm sure you may not have heard his name, and of course Rukmini Devi, she was a dance professional, and so I was very lucky, and that is how I got interested.
What are your views on children learning music in the US as opposed to children learning music in India?
I'm sure you all know, you people don't have any exposure here that much, because in India, especially in Chennai, if you are learning Carnatic music, in Chennai there will be a concert almost every day, either here or there, wherever you live, very close to that place in a temple. So children have opportunity to listen to music all the time. So here the problem is, you children, even though you are all learning from a good teachers, you don't have that kind of exposure here, unfortunately. Of course, you do attend all the programs. Even then, it is not the same as back home, because there, every month, every week, there will be, if you are interested in Carnatic music, you can attend quite a few concerts, That is the difference here. Children there, they have more opportunities. So, Kelvi Jnanam, what we say, Kelvi Jnanam, what is the word in English for Kelvi Jnanam? Listening, Kelvi means listen. Do you know the word? Anyway, that I think that's lacking here for you children, children who learn here.
What is your advice for young Carnatic music learners in the area and in other areas?
Generally, you have to practice, and more practice, and then listen to a lot of music. Nowadays, fortunately for you children, they have CDs, tapes, and all that. keep listening. Keep listening, and that's the only way. I mean, learning is one thing, practicing is another thing too, but at the same time, you have to listen to a lot of good music, and nowadays a lot of CDs, those like Samagari Srinivasa, you name it. Like tomorrow, Melody Brothers, go and attend, listen to all those good musics, and that's what I would say. That's the only way you can improve. Even though you are learning, unless you listen to a lot of music, that's the only way you can improve your music knowledge.
Thank you for taking the time to interview with us and answer these few questions.
Thank you. You are most welcome. Namaste. Namaskaram.